Max Verstappen, let me pass, for God's sake!
Can you describe your season in one word?
Potential.
As qualifying gets underway. Yep, today is Brandon's first race as a reserve driver. I've got a list of how James can win. James can win the CFRL Drivers' Championship if he wins the race. Along with that, he beats Zach in the race. And these are very specific. If James comes 5th and Zach comes 4th, if James comes 4th and Zach comes 3rd, and if James comes 3rd and Zach comes 2nd, and they both don't score. Alan, a 118.9, puts him P7. As Jimmy Sims 3/10 up on his first lap. So this might be good. This might be good for maybe a front row. Definitely maybe a second row. Maybe put him up to P3. Round the final corner we go. Full throttle to the line. It's a 17.4. Puts him in P3. 2/10 off James there. We'll follow Dark Fusion, who is P2 currently. Yiking and Amelia have both retired. Oh, and that's Dark Fusion spinning into the barriers there. And Zach with a 116.5 out of nowhere. Puts it on pole, provisional pole position.
Alright, so could you describe your season in one word and tell me why you chose that word, if possible?
For me, if I had to describe this season just gone by in one word, the word would most likely be mixed. And the reason I chose that is because I had very mixed emotions throughout the whole season. Going into this season, I honestly didn't know what to expect, because this is not only my first season in this league, but also my first season ever in just league racing in general. My first ever time league racing, so I had no idea what to expect.
He comes round the final corner. The DRS is open. Let's see his first sector time in comparison to his best. 2/10 up. He's 2/10 up on Zach at the moment. In that first sector alone. Zach's coming around the final corner now as well. This is going to be very close. It's 1:16.5. He couldn't pip Zach there. I don't know if he's going to get another lap. We're going to go to Zach, who I think has has pole position in his grasp, and he spins.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Zach.
Right, so could you describe your season in one word and tell me why you chose that word?
Describing my season, I felt potential is the one word I could describe it with. It's the one thing that comes to mind when describing it. I mean, my season wasn't the greatest overall, but when it came to Mexico, I felt it was time to show everyone that I could be better. I have the potential and I can become stronger.
Right. And how did the incidents that you had during the season affect you?
The incidents during that season affected me a lot. I felt like giving up most of the time, but through the determination and support of my friends, I managed to get through the season and I'm prepared to race for another season.
We've got 5 red lights here at Mexico, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a very, very good start from Dark Fusion, who's flew away from both of them. This is an awful start for Zach here. As we go towards turn 1, Zach's down to 4th. So I still can't see them. Dark Fusion leads the way. James going down the inside, and Jacob going inside of them, and they contact. This is an awful crash at the beginning. And Harry's in 3rd. Zach's gone down to 4th, which is awful for him in the championship battle. Zach's in 4th. Toby up from 14th into 5th, and Zach's spinned into the barriers. Zach spun. This is really awful for his championship battle at the moment. The closest fight on track is between 2nd and 3rd place, Harry and Spray, but Ferrari's going 1-2 at the moment in this race. DRS has now been enabled, but Spray is getting closer and ever closer. And switching Amelia with a 1:25 fastest lap of the race, quite obviously with those soft compound tyres. And there's Emilio already on the back of Giga Kubica. They both have DRS. But those soft compound tyres really working for Emilio here. So much faster. We'll have so much more grip as we go down into turn 1. Emilio on the inside. Good move by the Haas on his teammates there. Harry may have made a mistake, but James is way out in front and set to take the championship right here. They've got to beware of Toby in the background now. As Zach comes into the pits again. What's this for? To serve a penalty? Or no, maybe not. I don't know why that was, but he's got a penalty anyway. As Harry pulls out again to the inside, that extra few kilometres an hour had put him down the inside and back into 2nd place. And there's Zach. Zach has been lapped by his championship rival, I think. Is that him? No, that surely can't be Zach. I think it is. Zach's gone, he's out of it. This is awful for Zach's race at the moment. Our pole sitter has been lapped by his championship rival.
And how did the incidents that you had during the season affect you?
So during the season itself, when I was having those incidents, I did feel quite a kind of a bit ashamed of myself. When I had incidents where it wasn't really my fault, where I couldn't have done anything, then I felt stupid that it just happened. But then I just try to move on and try to be more cautious. But I do feel a lot more mad at myself when it was mainly incidents where it's my fault. One good example was in Monza, where I squeezed James a bit too much heading down to the Sky chicane, where I squeezed in too much and I pretty much took myself out of the race. And yeah, that's one good example where I felt like bad myself. So after the season ended, I looked back again at those incidents and I felt like, obviously it's bad that these incidents happen, but I think it's also a good thing because you can learn from those mistakes and see what you can and cannot do, what you can improve on.
Emilio has got past Black Cat there. I'm going to follow this. Sprays the second helping of DRS, but those soft tyres working the trick in the early stages for Emilio. Yeah, that is brand new's gone off again. He's got going again, but that is a new front wing he needs. Emilio goes round the outside. What a move! But that's really hindered Spray here as Black Cat goes down the inside as well. The DRS is open now for Emilio. He was near the back end. He now might take second place. He might have a move down the inside, but he thinks better of it. Because he's got that second helping of DRS out of turn 3. He just needs a good exit. Is he too far behind? Because this DRS zone is a lot shorter. Yeah, he's slightly too far behind. But he's 10 seconds out in front now between James and his teammate Harry. Bits are getting past Spray as well. Has something happened to Spray there? No, he's just been passed. And now Emilio looks a lot closer here. He's still got a lot of straight to go. He comes down to the inside, down the inside. Emilio gets ahead of Harry there. But I think those soft compound tyres are going away. As Emilio doesn't come into the pits, we're going to follow him in there. Chequered did get a time penalty for track limit. But I think Emilio will stay in 6th. Here we go. What is it? It's the medium compound tyre. Emilio just wants to be fast here. Stay in 6th. Maybe forcing the other drivers on the... As Brandon, I think, has crashed. That is unfortunate, Brandon. That is very unfortunate for your first race. Maybe the top battle. It's kind of spread out a little bit here. As I think everyone's just now settling into the race a bit more. We're about 3rd distance at the moment. I think that's as KFC gets disqualified because I think he spun and then tried to go the wrong way. And as Spray's crashed as well. My time to say it's a full safety car. He has just crashed. So that has put everyone together. And will anyone come into the pit lane? James has stayed out. Harry comes into the pits. Bits to follow suit. Toby stays out. Emilio will definitely stay out because his tyres are very, very young. Let's see if Alan comes in. Dark Fusion comes in the pits. Alan does stay out. Does he get anyone? I don't think he gets anyone in the pits. Yeah, because Chequered Bits is coming out. Just coming out. So, we have got a safety car here. I think the I-King stayed out. Jimby Slim stays out. Zach is behind James. But, yeah, come on. They've got to let the lap cars through. because it's for Zach and Dark Fusions. They don't deserve to be a lap down. It's just a bit unlucky, especially in that first corner kerfuffle. Safety cars in this lap, and they're not letting lap cars overtake, so Zach is in the way. Yeah, Zach just needs to get out of the way. Toby's just getting a bit of slipstream off Zach there. Zach isn't allowed to overtake. I mean, he's just going to let everyone lap him, which is really unfortunate. James leads the way. Aurelio and Harry having a bit of a tussle here. Down the inside, pulls Harry wide, and maybe lets Giga Kubica through. Giga Kubica might get past the both of them here. There's the two Hasses of the Ferrari. Harry is the inside. Emilio stays ahead. Toby holds the inside, but Emilio goes round the outside. Very, very nice move there. And Harry has followed him through. No DRS yet, so Toby might be safe. As Toby holds the inside, but Harry might be just too fast for that DRS. Alan, oh no, we got a time penalty for track limits. But look at this. Toby maybe gets the help of DRS against Kubica because he was within that 1 second. He does, but I think he's just those tyres are getting just too old. As Emilio, he's now 1.9 seconds back from James. He's gained about a second. I think it's round 2 between Toby and Giga Kubica. Giga Kubica has the inside line. They both had DRS, and I think it's the first fight we see them fly through. Giga Kubica maybe looks down the inside, makes the move before the first corner. Here we go. Is James coming into the pits? He is, and Emilio follows him. So that strategy by the Haas team there. Giga Kubica takes the lead. It's mediums for both of them. As now it's a straight out fight for the lead between James and Emilio. But remember, Emilio has DRS because he was in a detection point when they both went into the pit. So can Emilio just keep it in place as they both try and warm up their tyres? I might have a look after the race. So Giga Kubica now in the lead of the race, but I think the front three are definitely going to be changing their tyres. Emilio from close to the back of the grid, I think. So they've been in a league of their own. 0.6 of a second separate them now. As they all come into, Giga Kubica stays out, but Toby gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And then gets so far back. Giga Kubica finally comes in. Emilio does have DRS, but I don't know how effective it will be. It puts him back under that 1 second. James is away. But now look at this, it's a second now, but Emilio looks a lot faster in this second sector compared to James, because now he's put almost 3/10 in here, plus the DRS. He takes 4/10 out of James in that middle sector alone. 9/10 of a second, it stayed about that time. Emilio keeping pace with James here, putting consistent pressure on our championship leader. The Giga Kubica and Yiking now having a bit of a fight here. Oh, it's a good shot as he goes. I think that's move sorted into turn 1. So that's 1:18.1. Fastest lap of the race. No one's beating that now. As that's someone off in sector 1. Sarkis has crashed. As I think that's a full safety car. But that is so awful for Zakus. The racer who could have kept the championship alive. Safety car's in. We're going to get 2 laps of action. James gone already? No, he hasn't. He's got me access. Lovely. As we restart, Emilio's all over the back of James here. Emilio might have a go into turn 1. James has come to the inside off. Has he enough though? Emilio comes round the outside. James has to tuck in down the inside.
How did you feel in Mexico, knowing that you had the win in the bag?
I knew that when the safety car came in, I knew it was just going to be like a 2-lap or 3-lap sprint to the end. And then when I knew that it was going to be 2 laps to the end, I knew that once safety car came in, I had to make the move as fast as I can and just stay in position because it was going to be 2 laps and I knew that there weren't going to be DRS. And I was probably the most under pressure during those 2 laps because then I was really pretty much all the time I was saying to myself, don't make a stupid mistake, Emilio.
Emilio comes round the outside. I say go side by side. Emilio takes the lead of the Grand Prix. And Giga Kubica, like the sly old fox he is, tries to contest second place off James there. As both actually come down the inside, they make contact. Come down the inside again, make contact again. James has to beat Emilio on raw pace to win here. Black and Harry, as they've been almost all race, are going at it. Emilio needs to weave like crazy. Emilio goes down the far inside here. Good weaving by Emilio. I don't want to say anything. Kubica has to come into the pits to serve his drive-through penalty. He will go down to 7th. Into turn 1 we go. We all thought James would win this quite comfortably, but Emilio has put an end to that with an incredible lunge down the inside. No, he actually went round the outside. I want to just see how this goes. Emilio just has to keep it clean here. 0.8 of a second separates them, as it looks like there's been a bit of contact at the back there. As Black Cat's dropped down, I think he's come into contact with someone. Might have been Yiking or Harry there. Yiking gets a penalty for track limit. I need to quickly check the penalties. They're both 3 seconds. It's going to be fine. Emilio is going to come round the final corner and take his first win of the Chequered Flag Racing League. But P2 is James, and he is the Chequered Flag Racing League Drivers Champion. Yiking comes in to take 3rd place to round off the podium, and Alan, what a performance by him, 4th place.
And how did you feel in the moment knowing that you had that P4 in the bag?
It was a great feeling. I felt relieved, like all the doubts in my mind have just disappeared about my skill. And throughout the season, I just felt more confident after that win, for me at least. I just felt like improving my skill at a higher rate. morning, that. Oh, he's the goat! Oh, for God's sake! Hello!